Alabama got beat by Vanderbilt last weekend. Is this the biggest upset of the decade? I just got to get your reaction. I really don't got no emotion side to it. My nigga's hurt.
It's been a few days.
Fuck around and cost y'all a national championship over a Vanderbilt loss.
Hey, it's been a few days, and I'm still. I want to slap the coach. I want to slap all the coaches. Oh man, is it the upset of the decade? Yeah, it might be the upset of the century. So let me explain something to you, man. I'm 42 years old. I've never seen Vanderbilt beat Alabama. I think they did it when I was 2, but that don't count because I didn't see it.
Well, they say there's a time for everything.
Man, there's a time for everything, and it was a hell of a time for it to happen. There was more Alabama fans in the stands than it was Vandy fans. It's the most embarrassing thing. It's one of the most embarrassing times I can actually. It's one of those embarrassing times that Alabama fans I can even say, and it's not because like Nick Saban lost to Louisiana Monroe right in his first year, but he didn't have this roster. This is a top 3 roster. Like you have all the twos. Yeah, and it'd be different if they throwing the ball over on our young guys in the backfield, defense backfield. They weren't doing that. They were running the ball. But here's my question. Here's my question to Kalen DeBoer and Womack, the defense coordinator. Kalen, no. Let's start with Womack, the defense coordinator, because he allowed 40 points to Vanderbilt. To fucking Vanderbilt, he allowed 40 points. Where was all this exotic blitzing and disguising your defense that was in the first half of Georgia? That's 6 quarters that you went vanilla again, and you got your ass kicked. The 4-2-5, whatever the fuck you call it, maybe it's not built like you think it is. Maybe you need to move these guys around and confuse some people and let athletes be athletes.
Or maybe it's arrogance because you felt like it was Vanderbilt.
1,000% that played a part in it. And you're trying to hide things from tape. Guess what? No matter what you try to hide, the good teams are going to see the tape anyway. So when it gets down to you can't hide shit. When it comes down to a championship, it's like, yo, it comes down to this. You know my best play. I know your best play. We got to stop it. That's all it comes down to when you get down to the last semifinals and the championships. It's about execution at that point. It has nothing to do with what you can disguise. I did think going into the beginning of the season, they had only rushed more than 5 players like 5 times before the Georgia games, right? So I was like, okay, I knew he was hiding things from Georgia. He wanted to be vanilla. He figured he can make it, which I understood because it's Georgia coming to town. Totally understand that. But once you're showing it, they've already seen it now. So just go ahead and play that way the rest of the season. 2, second, Kalen DeBoer, you're the head coach. Heavy as the head to wear the crown. This is not the fucking Pac-12. You can get beat. And you can get beat if you throw the ball around the field like you're fucking Washington. Run the ball. We have 2 of the best running backs in the country, and they touched the ball for, I'm going to mess it up because I had the stat, but they touched the ball for, I believe, it was like 9 and 7 times for like a 6.6 average. Run the damn ball. On top of that, your defense is looking tired. You know how to keep the defense being tired? Stay on the field on offense. I don't need to see you score 40. I don't need to see Ryan Williams do all these spectacular. Look, I know Ryan Williams can play. I don't need to see all that. I need you to run the fucking ball. Sometimes you got to line up and punch somebody in the mouth. And it showed me a lot about his personality, him and the OC personality. We had a must-have 4th and goal inside the 5. It was 4th and 1 inside the 5-yard line. So we can get a first down. We must get this because it's in the 4th quarter. Time's running down. I know I'm going long. I'm pissed. You run a fucking wide receiver reverse against Vanderbilt? Yo, it's 1 yard. This is what you do. You have the best offensive line in the country. Look, we're going through the A gap. Line up and punch somebody in the fucking mouth. Tell the offensive line. You call a timeout, tell the offensive line, look, we're going through this gap. Everybody move somebody. That's how you play physical football. He scares me because this finesse play isn't going to work, and it's going to bite him in the ass.
You already did.
it's gonna
Lost to Vanderbilt.
it's gonna bite him even more. But I tell you this, he better figure it out, or his ass won't be in town long.